this time we are going to discuss motion of particle in a groove made on inclined plane. Just consider the situation I am drawing here. We have an inclined plane of inclination, say alpha. This is the line of greatest slope over this incline. Say a groove is made on this incline at angle beta with the line of the greatest slope. As we had studied earlier, while moving along the line of the greatest slope, particle has acceleration g sine alpha down the incline. Now, the groove which we made here is inclined at angle beta with the line of the greatest slope. So, if particle moves within this groove, its acceleration down the groove may be taken as one component of this g sine alpha in this direction, which is g sine alpha cos beta, because this angle is beta. So here particle moves with acceleration g sine alpha cos beta down the groove. So to calculate the time taken by the particle to reach from top of the groove to bottom of the groove, we can take u is equal to 0 because particle is sliding from top of the groove. So initial velocity is 0. Acceleration used by the particle is downward g sine alpha cos beta. Displacement can be written as h cosec alpha sec beta. How we can write this displacement? Because s can be written in terms of h as h upon sine alpha is s, and the component of this groove length along the line of the greatest slope can be written as s, which is equal to x upon cos, can be written as x cos beta. So x becomes s upon cos beta and s itself is h upon sine alpha. So we can get x to be equal to s cosec alpha sec beta. From here we are writing this distance x which particle travels along this groove to be h cosec alpha sec beta by using second equation of kinematics from s equal to ut plus half at square. S here can be replaced by x, which is the distance travelled along the groove. U is 0, A is minus g sine alpha cos beta, and x to be equal to minus h cosec alpha sec beta. From here we can write minus h cosec alpha sec beta to be equal to minus half g sine alpha cos beta into t square, or by solving it we get t equal to twice h by g cosec alpha sec beta. From here we can say that and sec beta is greater than 1 because the angle beta can be between 0 degree to 90 degree only. So sec beta we can say that t is greater than under root of twice h by g cosec alpha. So from this relation which we have got from analyzing the time taken by the particle to slide down along the groove is greater than this time, which is under root 2h by g times cosec alpha, which is the time taken by the particle. So in words we can conclude that So the time taken to slide down an incline is minimum along the line of the greatest slope. That's why the line of greatest slope is sometimes referred to as the line of quickest descent. I'm taking an example for a situation in which a particle is sliding by two different ways along the course drawn on a circular. Here I am taking an example to explain you above methods of analysis. Here we are taking an example in which here is a point A, this is point C. There is another line which meets this circle at this point B. Angle between this line AC and AB is theta. What we have been provided is AC is diameter of the circle, a chord to circle at angle theta with the diameter AC. We have to prove that time taken to slide from A to B is same as the time taken to slide from A to C along the diameter. Now what we do here, we again drawing the same curve here, is we have been provided that AC is the diameter. Say this diameter of the circle is in vertical direction, then we can easily write acceleration of the particle along this diameter to be g. If we talk about motion of the particle from A to B, then during this motion particle's acceleration becomes component of this g along AB, which is g cos theta. Now if we connect this point with BC, then AB length can be written as AC length into cos of theta. Here AC is the diameter, which can be written as 2 times radius of the circle. So AB length becomes 2r cos theta. If we consider for motion along AC, we can use equation S equal to ut plus half at square. In this equation, for the motion along AC, we can take displacement to be minus 2r. I am considering upward direction to be positive and downward direction to be negative. Initial velocity is 0 because particle starts sliding from A itself. Acceleration A can be written as minus g here. So by using this information, we write minus 2r equal to minus half gt square. You can say gt AC square. So time taken to slide from A to C, it becomes under root 4 times r upon g, or equal to 2 times under root r upon g. This is the equation number 1. And if we talk for motion along AB, then from S equal to ut plus half at square, again S here becomes minus 2r cos theta, u is 0, a is g cos theta here, then we can write minus 2r cos theta equal to minus half g cos theta into TAB square, which gives us TAB equal to 2 times under root r by g again, which is equation number 2. Now by analyzing equation number 1 and 2, we can say that time taken to slide down from A to C is equal to time taken to slide down from A to B. Hence, we have proved that TAC is equal to TAB. Here, you can easily see the time taken from sliding down from A to C and time taken to slide down from A to B is same and is equal to 2 times under root R by G. So, result is proved. Now I want to discuss something about line of quickest descent. Say a curve ABC is given to us and a point P is given in the same vertical plane outside this curve. Our aim is to find the line of quickest descent. No doubt, when a particle moves along the straight line, then its path is least possible. Here, we want to draw a line which starts from point P and reaches this curve traveling least distance. For it, what we do, we just draw a circle about the point. To find it, draw a circle with point P at its highest point and touching tangentially the curve at point Q, which is here. The line PQ is the line of quickest descent. If PR cuts, this line PQ is called line of quickest distance. How we told that this line is line of quickest descent? Because if we take another line, say P to this point R, which cuts this circle at point S. Now, as we had discussed, time taken to reach from P to S is equal to time taken to reach from P to Q. But as distance PR is greater than PS, so time taken by particle to reach from P to R, so the time taken by particle to reach at R from P is greater than the time taken by the particle to reach at Q from P. So we can say that this line will be the line of quickest descent because via this path particle reaches at the curve in least possible time. Hence proved, we can say that this line P2Q is the line of quickest distance